You think you have time. You think 60 is the new 40, or whatever nonsense they're selling now. You think because you still feel relatively healthy, your mind is sharp, and your life has finally settled into something manageable, that you have decades stretching out in front of you like a lazy Sunday afternoon. You don't. I am 92 years old. I've been alive since Franklin Roosevelt was president. I have buried my wife, my parents, 2 siblings, and more friends than I can count. And I am here to tell you this: your 60s are not the beginning of your golden years. Your 60s are your last real chance to prepare for everything that comes next. And everything that comes next is harder than you think. I was a high school guidance counselor in Pittsburgh for 38 years. I retired at 70, which means I spent my 60s winding down a career, helping my kids through their own midlife struggles, and starting to think about what came next. I thought I was prepared. I had saved money. I had plans. I had a wife I loved, children who called regularly, and grandchildren who lit up when I walked into the room. I was not prepared for any of it. I was not prepared for my body to start betraying me in ways I couldn't fix. I was not prepared for the loneliness that comes when your friends start dying faster than you can process each loss. I was not prepared for my wife of 63 years to drop dead in a hardware store on a Tuesday afternoon while I was home making a grocery list. I was not prepared for the terror of a stroke, for waking up in a hospital unable to move my left side, for realizing I could no longer live alone. So this is not a video from someone who figured it out. This is a video from someone who wishes he had been warned. And if you're in your 60s right now, consider this your warning. Lesson number 1. Your body is about to change in ways you cannot reverse, and you need to build strength now while you still can. When I was 62, I could walk 3 miles without thinking about it. I could carry groceries up the stairs. I could get down on the floor to play with my grandchildren and get back up again without help. I took all of that for granted because it had always been true. By 75, walking a mile was an accomplishment. By 80, I needed to rest halfway up the stairs. By 84, a stroke took what was left of my independence. Here's what nobody tells you. The muscle you lose after 60 is almost impossible to get back. The bone density you lose is gone forever. The balance you once had starts requiring conscious effort. And if you don't actively fight against this decline, if you don't exercise, move, and challenge your body while it can still respect you, you're going to spend your 80s and 90s trapped in a body that can do what your mind wants it to do. I watched my great-grandchildren run across the yard, and I remember when I could run. I remember when my legs were strong, my back didn't ache, and standing up from a chair wasn't an athletic event. That man feels like a stranger now. I wish I had treated his body better. I wish I had built more strength when I had the chance. If you're 62 and you can still walk 3 miles, walk 3 miles every day. Build the strength now. You're going to need it. Lesson number 2. Your friends are going to start dying, and you need more of them than you think. I had a close group of 4 men I'd known since my 30s. We called ourselves the Tuesday Guys because we met for lunch every Tuesday for nearly 40 years. Jack, Bill, Robert, and me. We raised our kids together. We supported each other through divorces, cancer scares, and the deaths of our parents. I thought those friendships would last forever. Jack died in 2008, heart attack. He was 75. Bill died in 2014, cancer. He was 81. Robert died in 2020, COVID. He was 87. I'm the only one left. I didn't make new friends in my 60s. I thought I had enough. I thought they'd be there until the end. I didn't realize the end would come for them so much sooner than it came for me. Now I'm 92, and most of the people who knew me when I was young are gone. My daughter is wonderful. My grandchildren visit when they can, but it's not the same as having a friend who remembers what you were like at 35. Someone who knew your parents, who came to your wedding, who held your babies. Make friends in your 60s. Younger friends, older friends, new friends, any friends. Cast a wide net. You have no idea who will still be alive in 20 years. The loneliness of outliving everyone you love is something I wouldn't wish on anyone. Lesson number 3. Have the conversations about death and money now, while everyone is still healthy enough to have them. When my mother was 89, she had a stroke that left her unable to speak. Machines or no machines, aggressive treatment or comfort care. Where was the will? What were the passwords? We spent those 3 years guessing, arguing, making decisions in the dark. I swore I wouldn't do that to my children. And I almost did anyway, because talking about death is uncomfortable. Because nobody wants to sit down with their kids and say, Here's what I want when I'm dying. Here's where the money is. Here's who gets what. It feels morbid. It feels premature. It feels like you're inviting death into the room. But death is coming whether you invite it or not. If you don't have these conversations while you can, you're leaving a mess for the people you love. I finally had the talk with Lisa and Michael when I was 74. I should have done it at 64. Dan T. Wait until you re-sick. Don't wait for a crisis. Have the conversation now. Lesson number 4. Retirement will not save you. It will expose you. I spent my whole career looking forward to retirement. No more early mornings. No more paperwork. I was going to travel, garden, read all the books I'd put off. I was finally going to have time. I retired at 70, and I fell apart. For 38 years, I was Mr. Costello, the guidance counselor. That was my identity. That was my purpose. And suddenly, I was just an old man with nothing particular to do and nowhere particular to be. It took me 3 years to find myself again. 3 dark years of feeling useless and lost before I discovered I loved painting watercolors, volunteering at the library, having lunch with my daughter on a Tuesday for no reason. If your job is your whole identity, you're heading for a cliff. Build a life outside of work now, because the day you retire, you're going to need something to be. Lesson number 5. You have less time with your spouse than you think. My wife and I were married 63 years. That sounds like a lot. It is. But when I do the math, it breaks my heart. The first 20 years were busy and chaotic. The next 15 nearly ended in divorce. It wasn't until our 50s that we truly had a good marriage. Of the years we had left, maybe 10 were healthy and active. Then came decline, appointments, medications, limitations. I wish we had traveled more, stayed out later, said yes more often. The window for adventure closes faster than you realize. Lesson number 6. Forgive everyone now. My brother and I didn't speak for 8 years. Pride, being right. He died at 79. I never got to say I'm sorry. If there's someone you love and aren't speaking to, call them today. People don't wait for closure. Lesson number 7. Your adult children don't need your advice. They need your presence. I spent years trying to fix their lives. They just wanted their father. It took me too long to learn that. Lesson number 8. Write things down. You're going to forget. Memories disappear quietly. Write your stories before they're gone. Lesson number 9. You're going to be scared. Courage is doing it anyway. Everything I feared happened. I'm still here. Lesson number 10. The last 30 years go faster than the first 60. I blinked, and I was 70. I blinked, and I was 80. I blinked, and my wife was gone. I talk to her every night. She doesn't answer. Love becomes that. I am 92 years old. I have outlived almost everyone I've ever loved. And if I could go back to my 60s, I'd grab that man by the shoulders and say, it goes fast. Pay attention. Say I love you. Take the trip. Make the call. Forgive the grudge. Don't waste your 60s. You still have time. Just not as much as you think.